How's it going, everybody? Happy Friday. I'm Tyler, and we're here with the Mallett Weekend Review, as we are every Friday. I hope you had a great and wonderful week, and the weekend is even better for you. I know a lot of us getting off at 5 here soon are ready for the weekend. It's been a great week here at Mallett. We have a lot to talk about. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. We're going to give you guys the usual, and then give you the recap of what you may have missed this week on the stream. If you are watching, please go ahead and let us know. Drop a comment in the comment section where you're watching from, maybe your favorite part about the stream. Just say hello, whatever it may be. Let us know you're here. We love to hear from you guys, and we'll be calling you out on stream just to thank you for tuning in. So that being said, let's get along moving with it. So as always, healthcare workers, first responders, educators, and military personnel will receive a $500 discount when you get a building here at Mallett. We appreciate what you do. We want to say thank you for all that you do for the community and your service. So $500 off your Mallett building, which can be paired with Tiger Cash. Same thing, go ahead and drop cash or Tiger Cash here in the chat. If you are watching or if you're seeing this as a recording later on, that's fine too. Any signature or elite building, not the specials. I know there was some confusion about that. We're here to clear that up. This does not apply to the specials. The first responder discount, pretty sure that does apply to the specials, but Tiger Cash does not. So that being said, Tiger Cash can also be doubled up on the healthcare workers, first responders, military personnel, and educators discount. So if that applies to you, that's going to be a whopping $1,500 off your next building here at Mallett, just to say thank you. Where's Mallett this week? You guys, we're in 10 more places this week. In Texas, we're in Beaumont, Orange, Santa Fe. In Louisiana, we have Ragley, Gonzales, Ethel, Carencro, Sunset, Sulphur, and Franklinton. We're all over the place, and this is just a general overview of the job sites. As you may have heard mentioned earlier this week, we're going to be getting more detailed maps here soon with a lot more different color pins and a lot more different areas, because we have things like pouring concrete, framing, insulation, roofing, electrical, all these sorts of things going on throughout the week. It's a lot more than just these sites. I know it's hard to believe, but we have crews everywhere in all different phases of construction. It's super exciting, super fun, and I can't wait to start sharing that with you guys. It's gonna be really cool. Happy Friday, Mr. Tim. Thank you as always for joining. We love seeing you here, making our days brighter. So moving right along to the specials and promotions, this is a good one, you guys. We are giving away this battery-powered Pit Boss pellet grill. I don't know about you guys, but I wanna buy a building so I can get one of these. And it also comes with a $200 Academy gift card. If the grill isn't for you, let me know, I'll take it. Don't worry, I get it off your hands. If you don't want it, I definitely do. I'll get that for you. But this is a $550 value that we are gonna be throwing in, as well as the $200 Academy gift card. That's a $750 value, you guys, just for doing something you may have already been doing, which is purchasing a Mallett building. Mr. Tim, happy Friday. Thank you for tuning in again. I love doing the update with you guys. Mr. Eric, thank you for commenting cash, letting us know you're here. If you're interested in purchasing a signature or elite building, please let us know. I will have a screenshot of this for you so they can reference back, and we will make sure you get your discount. So again, this is for the rest of September. As of yesterday, we've already had about 11 or 12 of these go, so there's not many more left. Please be sure you are one of the few who gets it. There were only 25. We're over halfway done with this promotion already, so not much time left in September. Moving on to the classics, you've heard a lot about these this week. If you haven't, I'll give you a quick overview of my favorite features. 4,000 PSI concrete slab, that's more than many other people do. They may offer you 2,000 or 3,000. We have 4, that's a bigger number. 130 mile-an-hour wind rating, 26 gauge metal, concrete in every post hole, cable retention system. I don't know of anyone else doing this, you guys. This is aircraft cable that is eye-bolted with some massive bolts into the bottom of your posts, and it runs through across to the other side into another post with another bolt, and this is all inside the concrete. Guys, this is what helps with that uplift. If a storm comes in, door gets messed up, whatever it may be, we know hurricanes are wild. This helps with that uplift. As engineer Daryl talks about, uplift is a crazy thing. You have the pull-out potential of all the different screws and nails, which we don't use the nails here at Mallett, but screws have that potential as well. This is gonna help with that. Barn building today, 20 foot up on a lift, hanging lights. I can't wait to see pictures from your build, Mr. Tim. You've been talking about it for a good little bit, and I'm super excited to hear that it's coming along. Sounds like you got your finishes coming up, so it should be done pretty soon. Let us know how that process is going. Number 1, kiln dried, MCA, all treated lumber. Guys, you can't beat that. As well as 26 years of experience, we're a Louisiana, Texas, and Mississippi licensed engineer on staff. We are residential and commercial contractors, registered engineering firm, and you get Mr. Lee's personal cell phone number. It's always fun to have the owner's number. And the specials for this, we have a 30 by 30 by 12, a 30 by 50 by 12, and a 40 by 60 by 12, starting at $19,999, going up to $46,999. That's 3 buildings, all under 50 grand. That's a deal to me, you guys. And plus you get the best building in the country. So moving along to our Elite series, the Mac Daddy, the top of the top, best of the best. You get a 30 by 50, a 40 by 50, or a 40 by 60. Notice I didn't mention the last number. That's because you can interchange this 12, 14, and 16 foot height from any of these buildings for no additional charge for this special. That is the height is up to a $7,000 value. We're just gonna give that to you because you're special, just as these are specials. And then the roll-up doors are gonna be included as well for this special. That's a $3,000 value. Again, that's $10,000 in value just for being who you are. Mallett features that are included, everything you heard in the classic, but we have 6-inch microfiber reinforced concrete slab, 4,000 PSI with control joints, of course. Engineered 2x8 scissor trusses. You guys, no one else is doing that I know of at least. And if they are, check that inner webbing. It's probably 2x4 and it's probably whitewood. You know, you want treated. You want to prevent the termites. We're in the South. Things are wet, muggy, moist. We got termites. Let's see what Mr. Tim said. During Francine last year, we didn't have our slab, cable retention, or roll-up doors installed. 80 to 100 mile-an-hour winds and the building's still rock solid. What more can we say, you guys? Mr. Tim, thank you so much for sharing. That just goes to show, even when things aren't done, Mallett buildings still stand better than most of the other buildings around. We love that. And then the built-in value, engineered mono trusses. You get your choice of 2 10 by 10, 12 by 12, or 12 by 14 roll-up doors, and then 1 12, 14, or 16 foot walk-through door, insulated roof walls and windows. The list goes on and on. This is our Elite Series special for right now, you guys. It's been going amazing. This is gonna be from $43,998 to $61,598. That's 3 buildings, top of the line, best of the best, all for under $62,000. You can't beat that. The competitors can't beat that. They may try and tell you they can, but they don't build a Mallett building. We highly encourage you to come check out the truss plant, come visit us in here at the facility, get to know all you can because you deserve an educated decision. Moving right along to the Cajun Oasis, this is the hot cakes that Mr. Trent is always talking about. These are selling just like those. The good old 20 by 30 by 12 for $29,999 is still available. We've also added another one because we've had people questioned about if they can get a larger size. Yes, you can. 30 by 50 by 12 for $75,000, and you also get upgraded to a 5-ton HVAC unit along with everything that the Elite Special offers because this is an Elite building. This is awesome. This could be anything outside. This could be a man cave, a she shed, a craft room, a lounge, a game room. Possibilities are endless, especially at these sizes. That's a good size shop. Mallett Buildings Ambassador Club. You guys, quickly going over this, we have 3 different tiers: Builder Circle, Premier Circle, and Legacy Club. Entry, mid, elite. To be an ambassador, have to have a Mallett building. That's the first barrier of entry because how can you promote what you don't have? So as an ambassador, you are here to show off your building to people who may want to see what a Mallett building looks like before they make that decision. You're also able to get all of these cool rewards ranging from gear drops, annual dinners. I hear Mr. Lee makes an amazing steak. I challenged him today to a steak cook-off, so I'm not sure where that's gonna go, but stay tuned for that, hopefully. But Christmas gifts, social media recognition, ranging all the way to VIP dinner banquets and special recognitions, premium raffles. That could include trips, ATVs, high-end gear that isn't offered in any other package. Are those my handprints, Mr. Tim? Thankfully, no, but we're not going to talk about that. First in line perks for the priority invites. Bring a friend. You also get bumped from $200 for a referral to up to $500 benefits and then $400 for each referral. Guys, double the benefit for doing something you're already going to do, already referring people. Ambassador Club is awesome. Mr. Tim is one of our most active ambassadors, and we love that. If you have any questions, talk to him, or feel free to give us a call. Feel free to come by. Feel free to send us a message. However you choose to get in touch with people, I'd love to tell you about the Ambassador Program. Something near and dear to my heart, and I love it. Moving right along, the 5 red flags. We want to breeze right through these real quick. Years in business, you can check the Secretary of State. You want to make sure your company, who you're going with, has been around long enough to know the mistakes they're going to make and have fixed them. You don't want to be somebody's guinea pig. Nothing against people getting started. We all have to start somewhere, but when it comes to a building, it comes to somewhere your family's going to entertain, you're going to be gathering, doing anything, everything, maybe you want to make sure that they know what they're doing. You can check the years in business at the Secretary of State. Licensure and contractor violations, both at the LSLBC. If they've messed up in the past, they may mess up again. Again, you don't want to be a guinea pig. Just some red flags to look out for. Reviews on the BBB and Google. Guys, I monitor these. We have over 500 and it's growing every day. I'm seeing new reviews pop up all the time. And just about every one of them are a solid, good 5-star review, which is awesome. We love that. Thank you so much for everyone who's done that. And visit the contractor's facility. We already talked about that. Come check us out. Come visit us. We love to shake hands and say hello and get to see you guys and gals in person. We would love for you to stop by. It would mean a lot to us, and hopefully it can mean a lot to you to get those answers, those questions answered, and to be able to talk to the people you'll be working with. So moving right along, we just talked about a lot of this stuff, but generally our competitors are going to be offering 6x6 posts, 2x8 trusses, 2x8 headers, 29 gauge metal, which is not as strong or durable as 26 gauge for those wondering, 1 free walkthrough door, and the standard manufacturer warranty against fade, chalk, edge creep, and rust. Mallett, here we offer a 10-year workmanship warranty. As I mentioned, number one for a reason, kiln dried, all treated lumber, 2x8 scissor trusses that we make here in-house. The other people can't do that. They don't have truss plants. They can't give you the same quality. We can get that cost down because, as they mentioned, we buy so much wood. There's a lot out there, and it's all used to help make your prices as low as possible while still giving you the best quality. 512 roof pitch, people may tell you that's not necessary, but trust me, when you have the 12-foot pitch and it just fits seamlessly with your house, the water sheds off, everything's good, it lasts longer, it looks better, it's a win-win in my opinion. Comes standard here at Mallett. 2 free roll-up doors, free roof and wall insulation, 6-inch seamless gutters, 2 3x8 insulated windows, lifetime warranty against termite, rot, rust, and fungal decay. So much, we've got to have 2 slides. Let me go over here. Mallett Buildings continues. We have continuous ridge vents. One of these days I'll update that. 6-inch 4,000 PSI microfiber reinforced slabs, Zack screws. As I mentioned, no nails. Everything is screwed together, screwed in. We have remote picture and video monitoring through company cam. Photos are coming in all the time. That's where we get the Where's Mallett photos from, was all the company cam photos. Engineered cable retention system, we talked about that, with a moisture barrier. 145 mile an hour wind rating if you're doing the elite building. At the classic is 130 mile an hour, which is still more than the normal and more than recommended or required, but why not go the best of the best? You can get 145. Laura was around 150. Every one of those buildings made it through Laura. Post pads under every 6x6 post. All metal is screwed to the wood, as we mentioned. Post protectors and skirt board. Amazing. Oh, the turtle box is jamming today. Sounding great in the Mallett building. Mr. Tim, thank you for all you do and for being so active. You don't have to thank us for anything. We just want to thank you for being as amazing as you are. You definitely earned and deserved that turtle box. Hopefully one day we can jam out together. So let's get on with the weekend review, shall we? This week will be kind of like last week. We're just going to talk about things and go over everything. No videos, no cutaways, just a little bit of talk, and hopefully that's okay with everybody. If you want to see the full videos, please check out the previous lives. They are on the Facebook and the YouTube. Check that out. But Monday, Engineer Daryl, as I call him, was out of office. He was under the weather, as a lot of people have been lately. But we went with the permits, codes, and inspections on a Monday through a curveball at you guys. But we were talking about this parish and St. Landry Parish. I told them I can't pronounce that. Only word I can't pronounce, you guys. But moving along, Inspections are the safeguard that ensures every build meets state and parish codes. This parish requires building permits before any work begins, no exceptions, and St. Landry inspectors pay close attention to slab and foundation prep. Code, permits, all these regulations, super important, you guys. If you don't meet them, sometimes you can't continue building, and if you get too far, and in certain circumstances, you actually have to take down whatever it is you put up. So that's triple the work because you have to build it, tear it down, and rebuild it once you get the proper codes and permits. But whole mess you don't want to have to be involved with. Make sure either you know the permitting process or the person you're building with knows the permitting process, because it could cost you an arm, a leg, and everything else, because that's a lot going on with these codes and permits. So Tuesday, we were talking about the blind spot and post-frame engineering. Had some more engineering topics. Again, we've mentioned a lot this week. If you have any questions about engineering or other topics we talk about, or any questions in general, please leave them on these live streams or in the comments. Send us a message on Facebook. We check those all day long. We want to answer questions. We want you to be educated. We're about educating here at Mallett and want you to make a wise, informed decision. So let's continue on to Tuesday's topic. After a storm, insurers investigate, where are your roof calculations? And if those calculations don't exist, your claim can be denied. Guys, I was in insurance and real estate before I was here at Mallett, and I have to tell you, I have seen far too many claims be denied for this exact case. Whoever worked on the building wasn't licensed. This wasn't done properly. This was just jerry-rigged and put to the side and said that'll do. But when you don't do things the proper legal way, there can be ramifications just like this. And when you have a house, 200, 300, 400,000, whatever it is, you want to make sure the insurance you're paying, because let's be honest, it's expensive, but you want to make sure those insurance payments are going to something that can actually be given back to you. And if you're not meeting the codes, you're not having calculations done, you're not meeting the proper pre-planning and planning guidelines, you can find yourself in that case. These are from real examples. We've seen it happen. It's a tough deal. Please make sure you have these calculations. Ask your contractor, your engineer, whoever you guys are having. The Friday roll-up is a great addition, you guys, Mary. Thank you so much, Mr. Tim. We appreciate it. The blind spot, I thought, was very informational. We're going to be planning to do more of that as well, too, moving forward. I'm glad you like it. Be sure you ask, like we said, where's the calculations and who actually checked them? Demand a builder who puts safety and compliance first. You want to make sure the person you're trusting is trustworthy. That's what we talk about in the red flags. It's not being aggressive, it's not being a bully. We're making sure you are educated and know the questions to ask, because as we say, you don't know what you don't know. You can't ask what you don't know what to ask. So these are just a few ways we're trying to help with that. So here at Mallett, we don't just buy a stamp. We do the math, the spacing, the wind design, everything else. Our builds reflect real calculations, not just stamps and signatures. Our engineers aren't here for a payday just to stamp those designs and make sure they're signed off on. They're here to truly look at things. We actually had an engineer at one point pull us on a project and say, hey, we need to adjust X, Y, and Z because this and this aren't exactly how they need to be. It was a 1 foot difference in one area, but the engineer stopped the project and made sure things were changed because they truly do care about the process and making sure things are done properly. So be sure you have someone who takes that kind of care and attention in your project and do it the right way. Cool. Moving right along. The blind spot, why engineering matters in Louisiana. Real engineers calculate loads, winds, soil, and stresses, as we just kind of talked about. A stamp is a certified, safe, built to local codes. The stamp at the ends means everything has been checked and approved and is proper, or at least it should be. That is what a stamp should mean. And make sure, I know we spent 2 days on this week, but it's because it's so important. We see people all the time spending so much extra money and getting in so much issues and trouble and concerning situations, honestly, because they didn't have someone honestly giving them these stamps. Make sure. Insurance can refuse to pay if the structure isn't to code. No plans equals lower resale value and harder financing. This is 100% correct. Claims denied where roofs didn't meet insurer specs, we spoke about that, and verify your engineer's license and permit filings. You can check all this information. Like we mentioned in the red flags, you can check contractor's license, you can check violations, you can do the same with engineers. Make sure they are up to date, up to code, and up to standard of what they need to be doing. Not throwing shade at anybody, of course. We're just trying to educate, making sure you know the questions to ask. Can't read the negativity on the red flags. I think so too, Mr. Tim. I think so too. So Barndominium Day, yesterday Mr. Trent went over planning your barn dough from land to lifestyle. I thought this one was a fun one. Barndominiums are very popular around here, so it's always fun to hear a whole topic about that. Not all land is barndominium ready. Consider access roads for deliveries and equipment, utilities like power, water, and septic. These can add costs if they aren't nearby. Think about these things, you guys. It's just like buying a house. It's just like building a house. When you're building a house, when you're building a barndominium, you're building anything that you're going to be putting power, water, all this stuff to, utilities. If it's the road's here and your house is here, we have to run, or someone has to run cables, piping, everything to get it from point A to point B. Common sense would say if it's this much further, it's going to be this much more. Consider these things when you're buying your property. Not all property is made the same. Not all property is equal. Flood zones are also a big consideration. X is usually the most safest. Of course, X doesn't mean you can't flood, but these are things to consider when purchasing land for your barndominium. Many customers design shops or garages first, then finish out the living space. Very common, very, very common. You build the productivity section first, and then you take the time to build the living quarters. You take the time to build the home section, because you can work in the shop, you can park in the garage, you can do all this stuff. I know people personally who have built the garage section out first, lived in that, just made little cubbies and reorganized life for a little bit to build the full section out first, and they were beyond happy with that, and it's a common practice. Barndominiums often cost less per square foot than traditional homes. This is very true. Traditional homes, depending on your area, obviously, anywhere from $60 to over $200 a square foot. Depends on the area. Crazy home prices sometimes. But barndominiums are often far less than that. Just a little tip for you guys on that. But that has been the Week in Review. This is our show. It's me and Mr. Lee today. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a phenomenal weekend. Again, an even better weekend. Mr. Tim, thank you for joining. Everyone else watching, thank you so much. Be sure to comment Tiger Cash at the end of this video for your $1,000 off your signature or elite building. Again, this does not apply to the promo buildings, but it can still get you a discount on those buildings, and who doesn't love $1,000 off? Thank you so much for watching. Again, I'm Tyler here at Mallett Buildings. We really appreciate your time, and we can't wait to help you on your home building journey. See you guys later.